Crypto crackdown continues. The U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission set to impose new rules for crypto firms, according to Bloomberg. The move would hamper the ability to handle client money and comes as regulators scrutinize crypto after the spectacular collapse of FTX, Three Arrows, and other mainstays. Joining us now is Harvey Pitt, Kalorama Partners CEO and former SEC Chairman. Harvey, it's good to see you. You know, it's really interesting here because we've had Congress having hearings talking about crypto regulation. The SEC here is stepping in and doing it. Do you think that they're doing it in the proper fashion?
Well, I think the activity of the SEC raises some questions. It's sort of like the old Get Smart routine where the door says, knock before entering, and underneath it, the sign says, don't knock. What is required, I think, are rules of the road. That's critical. And they can't be done solely through enforcement actions. They have to be done through a comprehensive effort. That's the way to do it. And that's why these Senate hearings are so critical this morning.
We had a former FDIC official on with us yesterday and saying to Yahoo Finance with regard to why the U.S. and regulators here are hustling to take some type of action is because the rest of the world is looking to the U.S. as a leader in this. However, there's already some of the largest countries and entities that have decided to ban crypto. So how far behind are we in regulating crypto, and what needs to take place in order for us to finally kind of be ahead of any type of new innovation that comes within the space?
I think what's required is a comprehensive set of rules of the road. It's no use in telling people you have to follow the law if they don't know what the law is. Most people will try and follow the law, but they need to know what it is. And so doing this on a piecemeal basis, case by case with enforcement actions, doesn't really get us to where we need to be, which is a comprehensive regulatory scheme.
Harvey, what would be some of the aspects to that comprehensive plan?
Well, first, I think you have to designate someone to be in charge. At today's hearings, some folks are suggesting the SEC do the job, and that may make great sense. But whoever does it has to sit down and come up with rules of the road that explain everything from how you offer interests in these marketplaces, how you protect investors, how you verify assets and make sure that people are not being scammed. When they are scammed, obviously, you have to throw the book at them. But you need a book first, and that's what's missing right now.
Okay, and so do you believe that there is an understanding among the congressional lawmakers that are trying to figure out the boundaries to even put in place? Is there an understanding around the technology itself?
I think there is a growing understanding, and I think these hearings today are an excellent example of Congress acting in a bipartisan manner. This is really a hearing where there aren't any issues, Republican or Democrat. These are issues for the country and the protection of people who invest in cryptocurrencies. What's needed is a complete understanding of the benefits of these currencies and a way to prevent people from being scammed.
Under existing law, what remedies should investors in cryptocurrencies, those that have seen the collapse of other entities like a BlockFi or those that have been involved with algorithmic stablecoins or even FTX, what remedies should they be entitled to from your perspective?
Well, I think the FTX situation, as it's been set forth in the press, doesn't require new laws. It requires strong enforcement. There are real problems with the way all of that operated, and people were scammed terribly. And there's a lot of blame to go around, both on the private and the public sectors. I think there were a lot of folks who got caught unaware and who didn't take the steps necessary to prevent this kind of thing from coming. So actions against FTX and its founder are perfectly appropriate. Those are already covered by the law, but what we need are guidelines for how people should conduct business going forward so they can comply with investor protection and the rights of people who invest their money.
It would be good to get those regulations indeed. Harvey Pitt, Kalorama Partners CEO and former SEC Chairman, always appreciate you coming on. Thank you.